Going back to our earlier video, you have to remember that that equal and opposite angle or force, you don't want it to cut through your shikaku because you're going to lose your balance. Or what usually happens is you won't have the power to actually throw someone because it's a choice between, do I keep applying pressure? Well, if I do, that equal and opposite energy is going to make me lose my balance. So what we tend to do is start decreasing the throwing energy, and as a result, you can't throw bigger, heavier people or resisting people, okay? So we want to, yes, my Aikido Nagewaza has a kind of circularity to it. This is true. But I don't necessarily make these circles with my feet. That's where you get into problems, okay? So we know I'm going to be some part of me, it's usually the grounding foot. The foot that I'm ground vectoring all energy on is in the middle, okay? Not my center. Got it? Not I have a foot here and I have a foot here and then my spine's in the middle. That doesn't work, okay? You're double weighted and that equal and opposite energy is going to take you off balance. So my grounding foot is in the center, okay? And we know we have some lever of some kind, like usually the uke's arm. And we know that we want that arm to move on some sort of curve. That's all true, okay? And we know from our t-shirt slogans in Aikido, right? Your center should face what you're doing. That part is true. So my center line should be oriented with that lever of the arm. So I'm going to draw it a different color. This is just my center line. It's not necessarily my hands or my feet or anything. I'm looking at the lever that I'm moving on a curve, okay? We get into problems where you lose power, especially if you put your spine or your center in the access point and you have 2 feet out here. You're going to get into problems as you try to move this lever around because that equal and opposite energy is going to cut through your shikaku. We already made that video, okay? But sometimes people that are stronger than other people violate this rule and they'll point the center line over this way, ahead of, let's say I'm trying to move this lever around this circle this way. They'll point it around here and then they'll pull it into place, okay? I'll give you an example of that. So the one we're working with is, he's clenching. I was trying to do my ballistics on him, okay? But he drove hard and there's a lot of pressure on that arm, okay? So what I'm going to do is pass it and then take this throw here, okay? And we know I'm going to make a circle and generate some centrifugal energy and then let him loose, okay? But a lot of people will put their center in the middle of the axis of rotation when they separate their feet. And now the center line is ahead of him. And now they pull the guy. Okay? We don't want to do that. That's not biomechanically sound. So he's here. And as I move him around this rotation, my center line is in alignment with the lever. And we move together. And the grounding foot stays constantly the grounding foot. Now, because I'm doing that, I don't want to cross my legs. It looks like I've got that center line on him because when I unturn myself, I now don't. And you have to be careful because a lot of Tenkan, people cross their legs. It looks like they're not. Okay? It looks like they're not. Yeah, you did. Do you see that? You did. Okay? So on this movement, the way that I actually make the lever go up the circle is not by me actually making a circle with my feet. My feet don't. So I'm going to ground the axis point, that's the inner foot, and then my stance actually just moves. From here, ground, and step. Not draw the circle with my foot, because now I'm crossed. Ground, step out. Pay attention that my foot comes by the axis point and back out. And the throwing happens with that 30 degrees that I have left on the quad, not on my hips, because I'm going to violate the rule again. So we do it from the top, boom, I shift my weight onto the grounding foot, leg comes in, steps out, turn my quad. That's it. He makes the circle, I'm inside a circle, but I don't trace a circle. Again, boom, pop, boom. Different.